Hello and welcome to all the men and women of the West. I'm Joe, and let's continue with my first time playing LOTRO. And as you saw, I think the volume was too high. Anyways, I'm going to plug today Men of the West, like I did Timbo last week. I figure I may as well. I really like Yoystan. He's been a great pal. He's been nothing but kindness itself to me. And actually, he's one of them that encouraged me down the lore route with Lord of the Rings and fantasy, and generally been very supportive and encouraging, and even directing people towards my channel once or twice. So overall, check his channel out, subscribe, and if you want, go support him on Patreon. I can guarantee you it's worth it. Well, everybody knows about his channel. It's probably the best for lore. He's got his Mary Brandy Buck video. I've watched that twice. History of Eregion, I want to watch again. I really like that one. Theodred I really like. I don't think I've seen this one yet. I've stayed away from this one because I don't like the elves or dwarves. Which one's better? Like, I'm gonna watch it because I watch all of his videos, but I don't know. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I watched that a few times. Anyways, that's enough simping for him now. I really, really love his channel. I like that it's basically an audio wikia, I think is the term. And that there's kind of the moral fairy tale style lesson, like, you might see in old Hammer movies, and you might have... let's try to find those wolves. Let's go over here. I like that, he says, what we can learn from this is that, and then you've got the moral lesson attached to the character. I really like that. And I have to admit, I'm very impressed by Yoystan because he's almost a decade younger than me, and look at how much he's accomplished in his life and with his channel. That's just phenomenal. And I think what we can learn from that is that greatness is not a matter of how old you are, or how young you are, but it's a matter of willpower, determination, and a hearty spirit. I couldn't resist doing that. And if Yoystan ends up watching this video, hey, my friend, I couldn't resist that little joke at your expense. Hope you appreciate it. Now, if you end up going on Patreon, you'll also find that he's got his best bud, Rowan, whom I really like Rowan's input in a lot of those podcasts. Rowan is a very, very clever, pensive man who, like, the breadth of his own knowledge of Lord of the Rings is very impressive, and of the Silmarillion. I have to admit, I've listened to some of his... Oh, shoot. I did end up needing the boars. I just noticed that. Oh, well. Crack. Okay. Let's try fighting some wargs. Maybe this will help out. No. I'm not really one for deeds. But, yeah, Rowan is... like, some of his input is pretty interesting. There have been times I didn't completely agree with him on parts of the lore, but I still found his perspective very fascinating and very nuanced. And that's the thing that I find that I kind of miss about a lot of people these days, actually, is how they like, nuance has kind of been forgotten in recent times. Like, there's something that Michael Crichton once said in, I think it was, I forget which of his books. I think it was either Jurassic Park, The Lost World, or it might have been State of Fear. I can't remember. Yes, I'm a Michael Crichton fan. I love his techno thrillers. I'm pretty sure it was Lost World. I can't remember. But he says we tried to banish illiteracy with by inventing computers, but we banished thought instead, and we banished nuance. And sometimes I find I do agree with that. Now, I do think it's a little exaggerated at other times. Like, the fact of the matter is, you still have a lot of intelligent people out there, and like the depth of intelligence a lot of people do still possess these days always impresses me. Though when it comes to the younger generation, you know, you either have, well, it can go either way. And you have either very naive people or very, very clever people. And I'm of the opinion that I think, well, Yoystan and Rowan are very, very clever. Ils sont très malins, as we'd say in French, which is, I guess you could say, very, very smart. And, oh man, I really do love that channel. And the podcast on the Patreon page, when I've listened to it, I've been very impressed by how well read Yoystan and Rowan have demonstrated themselves to be. They're both very cultivated gentlemen. I in particular am impressed by how widely and well read they are in political philosophy itself, and even some old literature, like classic and 20th century literature. I've seen them make some interesting references to older literature, and though they stutter at times over it, hell, I stutter over everything, it seems. The profundity and depth of their knowledge is always a very interesting thing to behold. And having talked a little with Yoystan about fantasy, his passion for such things is... Oh yeah, I'm going for this. Oh, whoops. I was thinking the cloak for a second. Obviously, that's a lesson. Look before you click, moron. Oh, I'm gonna need another mission. I'm gonna stick with her.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
But yeah, the references I've seen over on that podcast is, oh man, I really do like it. I particularly like to listen to the two of them discuss the legendarium and whatnot over the course of when I'm writing my novel, or when I'm basically editing videos for my channel, which I actually have a Hyborian Age video and Power Ranger video that are long overdue tomorrow. And yeah, I much prefer to plug the Yoystan's channel right now than discuss my most recent Lord of the Rings video, because, oh man, I'm liking that it's getting a lot of subs and people are obviously very passionate. That kind of passion can be a good thing, but the political stuff over on the reaction video to the new posters, okay, is just not my cup of tea. I don't care for politics. And Dan has a zero tolerance attitude towards replying to or kind of dealing with that kind of stuff. It's not that he doesn't get mad, but he has the attitude, I don't deal with any politics. I'm not going to discuss it. I'm not going to talk to anyone about it. And I don't do politics. I'm apolitical. And I agree with that view. But he will not, if he sees a single political post made by anyone, he'll actually refuse to look at any more of the comments, because he doesn't want anything to do with it. And I get that. We both have really bad experiences dealing with politics on YouTube, but I'm kind of up a creek without a paddle on my own. I'm not complaining about him. I get where he's coming from, and he's probably right. I still like to respond to people because it's our YouTube channel. I do feel that this is kind of a service, and I need to kind of just pretty much let people know, like, okay, you've been heard. Your opinions are valid. Your concerns are valid on either side, or whatever, and you deserve to be heard, and you deserve to feel like you're a little I'm slipping here on the English. You deserve to feel validated as a human being, and I think it is. And like, hey, if you want to complain to a guy on YouTube, like, I really feel strongly about this entire Rings of Power thing. That's fine. I don't mind that. But I do find it exhausting looking at some of the comments and going, you got people on either side, and it's like, yeah, I know where I fall in on this one, but well, anyways, politics are never any fun. Dan has a really funny saying, which is, politics has a habit of raising the temperature in the room and lowering the IQ of everyone in the room by 200. And I do kind of agree with that. But at the same time, a lot of the comments over on the other channel have been pretty civil, I will admit. It's not as bad as some people's comments, like Philosopher Games. I really feel bad for him. Like, he's trying so hard to keep everyone civil and kind and not make any political posts, and yet people keep coming back with the politics. And oh no, I just meant to do that. It was sounding a little loud for me. But yeah, sorry for whining there for a few minutes. Even though a lot of people are being very, very civil in comparison to other channels, I do find it exhausting still to see even the slightest political post, I guess. I'm not built for politics. Like, if you ask me about the economic direction of the past like 100 years. I find that fascinating. You ask me about history, you ask me about literature, mythology, all that stuff. That's interesting, but politics, no. No, if you feel passionate about it, that's fine. You do you. But the best part about Yoystan's channel is that he has managed to retain the escapist element of Tolkien's legendarium. When you go there, and I've seen people of all stripes and outlooks go there to his channel, and just everybody can get along and agree that what's most important is the lore and the legendarium and just enjoying the literature of Tolkien. And that's really something that I do appreciate about his channel. And in some ways, I think it's why his channel is one of the most important. It's that very preservation of the escapist element of the legendarium.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
But wait. Oh yeah, that's the banner. Okay. I'm just gonna position myself before I sign off for the day. I'm gonna position myself over in Minas Ariel. But on the bright side, at least I got to have fun this past week with a Dragonlance video I really enjoyed. Now, I released it before I got the request. Well, I had made it before I got the request to record another Raceland video, which I'm just gonna quickly plug the Dragonlance video because it's a metaphysical video centered around Ostinus, one of the most fascinating characters in the Dragonlance Legendarium. I absolutely love Ostinus as a character. He is so fascinating because he's the avatar of Gillian, but there are so many metaphysical elements that come up when you think about the nature of the avatarship and the very nature of his ability, well, quote-unquote abilities, if he's got any, and of his personality and what his very presence in Krynn means in regards to Gillian. It amazes me that I managed to squeeze everything that I could possibly think of into a 10-minute video. I honestly expected when I scripted that episode for it to last like 20 minutes, but thankfully I was able to keep it a little slow when talking about it, and also, I'm not trying to brag, it's just I'm very proud and happy with that video. It's probably my favorite I've done in a while. The only thing that disappoints me is that it's not broken 100 views yet. But it's the channel intro right now for the main channel. But that video, oh man, just talking about the metaphysics of Ostinus, of everything he's been able to accomplish, and whatnot, which, oh man. No, don't want to go there. Alright. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button for this channel, the main Fantasy Corner channel, and over on Yoystan's channel, as we do work hard on our videos. And I hope you all have a great day. So, oop, don't mind that. And, well, like I said, take care of my friend.